Today's episode is brought to you by Lola. Nope, I'm not talking about your auntie Lola. Lola is a female-founded company offering a line of organic cotton tampons, pads, liners, and all-natural cleansing wipes. Did you know that the FDA doesn't require brands to disclose a comprehensive list of ingredients in their feminine care products? So most of them don't. Lola offers complete transparency about the ingredients found in their tampons, pads, liners, and wipes. And you know I'm all about transparency and honesty. Lola makes your month a little bit easier. Their subscription is fully customizable and you can choose your mix of products, mix of absorbency, number of boxes, and frequency of delivery. Lola's subscription is super flexible. You can change, skip, or cancel your subscription at any time. It is founded by women for women. I mean, who wants men who don't even get a period, don't know what a cramp or a PMS is, making our stuff? I loved the convenience of Lola. They delivered right to my door in a small, discreet box, so nobody knew what I was getting. Because you know when you go to Walgreens and you have to go get your pads and tampons, and you're like, God, who's watching me now? They know I'm on my period, and I'm in a bad mood. All these things happen. So it's personalized, right, to have the variety of needs for me. You guys know I have a teenage daughter as well, going through puberty. Lord save me. And if this is a product that I know that is 100% natural with no mystery fibers that can potentially hurt her or me, I'm 100% all for it. And I want you ladies to do the same. So for 40% of all subscriptions, visit mylola.com and enter promo code Carla, C-A-R-L-A, when you subscribe. Again, you can get 40% of all the subscriptions at mylola.com. Enter promo code Carla. Real quick before we get to it, I wanted to take the time to say thank you so much to everyone that has taken time to rate and review the podcast on iTunes, Apple Podcasts. If you have an iPhone, an iPad, or an Apple computer, make sure you have rated Shit I'm 30 and leave a review. Yours might be the next one that I read on the show. I cannot express how much it helps, and that's why I'm so grateful and thankful for those of you that have done so. Today, I want to read the review from Sunny Seaside. It says, girl, I binged on all your episodes and I love it so much. I love how you're so real, transparent, and overall have a good heart. I wish nothing but the best for you, all the blessings for you to continue this amazing podcast, and please never change. Oh, Sunny, thank you so much. When I read about these reviews or emails or DMs saying that you guys have listened to all of them, oh my God, I cringe, and at the same time, I get so excited. So thank you so much for reviewing this. While you're listening today, go leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. Now, let's get to the show.
Oh, You got charged up. You know, it's my superpower.
Are you? And you're wearing the cape, too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You ready? Tell me when you're ready.
I'm sorry, friend. Are you recording now?
I mean, I'm waiting for you to be ready so we can start. That was like, I'm not gonna hear myself, so it was loud.
Because you're rushing me to get this. You gave me this dry ass granola after I just finished smoking. And you know you get your dry mouth. And now you're rushing me, and you put me so much pressure on me to get my mouth wet and talk.
If you want to be straight, I can wet your mouth.
Carla, I do not feel comfortable when it's just you and you're talking about things like that because I feel like you're going to sexually harass me and take advantage of me. Bitch, I will start a gay Me Too movement, bitch. I will. Don't do that. She made a sexual advance to me, and it was just she and I didn't know what to do. Oh my God, there was no one there to protect me.
I figure if you're high, you'll be even more uncomfortable.
Listen.
Okay, is your mouth wet?
Yeah.
Perfect. Put the bottle on that side.
Are you recording this like continually?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Welcome back to another episode of Shit I'm 30 with me, your host, Carla Mary. That was bad. Let's try that one more time. I don't know my own name.
I'm not doing this with you.
Let's try this one more time. I think I got high off the smell. Welcome back to another episode of Shit I'm 30 with me, your host, Carla Ramirez. And today I have my resident guest. I'm going to call you resident now.
Yes, you should. You should. I would like a paycheck, please.
Okay, once I get one, I'll give you one.
Okay, cool. We're going to have to work out a deal off air.
That is Anthony.
Hey, y'all.
This week, we're going to do a shit you should know unsolicited advice catch-up episode with you guys. I figured I can give you guys a little more content since I don't have a job. And it'll be good for you guys. It'll be great for me, business-wise. I called Anthony. I said, "You want to record an extra episode with me?" And you replied, "Yes." I said, "You know what? I love this.
I love to talk. So yeah, this is just right up my alley.
And me too. And it was like, let's just talk extra shit. And you're like, well, absolutely.
Yes. Listen, if I can get paid to do this all day, I would.
Oh, I can't wait till I get paid to do it. Anyways, our first article that I found, and he said, "What was your first thing to me? You're gonna start off with this?"
Oh, this is going to be deep and heavy, you guys. I just be prepared for it, but it's something that we need to talk about. So go ahead, Carl.
Okay, so I saw a friend of mine post this on her feed, and I was like, well, what is this? And it's an Atlanta news station, WSB-TV, and they did a report that says doctors say Atlanta residents should take daily medication to prevent AIDS. So basically stating that the AIDS is so bad in Atlanta that everyone should be taking PrEP.
Yep.
And PrEP, you know better than I do what PrEP does.
Pre-prophylaxis. Oh, Jesus, you're going to have me on the
It's
air
cool.
saying this.
What does PrEP do?
So PrEP, basically, it prevents you from contracting the virus through unprotected sex. It's a high, I think it's like in the 90% child.
Really? So it's like a
that
condom?
You're unlikely. It's almost safer than a condom. So accompanying that with safe sex, it increases
It should be about 150% of
not getting it.
Okay, gotcha. That's a terrible. That percentage is wrong. It's not factual. I just came up with 150%.
Right.
Disclaimer: I don't know what the percentage is. But basically, when we said this, he said, "Oh, that's strong. That's coming in right away." The stigma of people thinking that gays have AIDS. And I hadn't actually listened to the report, so him and I listened to it together. And come to find out, they didn't mention homosexuality once during this report.
Right.
They mentioned people that are not in a monogamous relationship.
Yes.
And
heterosexual black women, which have always led the pack when it comes to HIV
and this
rates.
Heterosexual black women and young adults
and
of
young adults.
Any race.
Exactly.
So Atlanta is right now just like a third world country. They said that it's the AIDS in downtown Atlanta are as bad as Zimbabwe and Africa.
So me just being a young single black gay male that's out here dating, I understand. Like, I think now, and it's something that we talk about a lot on social media, that people have become a lot lax now with having unprotected sex, more now than ever, all because we do have these preventative measures such as PrEP, and also HIV is no longer considered a death sentence. It's something that you can live with. So with that being said, people are just out here having sex without any condoms, and STD rates have gone up through the roof. Like, it's the highest case of gonorrhea and syphilis cases that's been recorded.
Right, we talked about that. But to me, it's scary because, we always hear Atlanta is the capital of the gays and everybody's just having sex. But I'm like, why aren't people getting tested? Then you said to me, heteros don't really get tested.
So I brought up a scenario with Carla about it's this show called Pose. It speaks about the gay ballroom scene, but it's really just giving you a peek into our history. But I was telling her that, like, watching it with my friends or my heterosexual friends, as it comes on a commercial, it's always a PrEP commercial or a Gilead commercial that's geared towards.
What's Gilead?
Gilead is actually the maker of most HIV, Truvada and other medications. They're like this big pharmaceutical company.
Oh, okay.
Pharmaceutical sales reps, you guys, for like 5 years. That's my background before I got in real estate. So,
you know about these drugs.
Yeah, I know about these drugs. So, so yeah, it was awareness all the time. But I brought up to Carl, I was like, watching the Super Bowl, anything that heterosexual people watch, you don't really catch a lot of like HRV awareness geared towards heterosexual people.
I can't think of, and since you told me, I've been trying to think, when have I seen anything about PrEP or HIV? I haven't.
Right. And everybody continue. So it's a stigma that continues to stay with the
They should have
black.
it during Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
They definitely should, especially for that fucking show. Yeah, anything Love and Hip Hop related, period. But like I said, it should really be geared towards everybody as a whole and not just awareness for gay people, because gay people are educated when it comes to STDs and HIV. But the fact that you really didn't know anything about PrEP, and I heard about PrEP as soon as it dropped.
I've heard of it.
Okay.
And I've I've heard people talking about it. I knew what it was for, but it's not anything that I'm reminded of or that I've known anyone, myself personally, to tell me, hey, I take PrEP.
Oh, in the gay community, that's like one thing we kind of like, hey, you know, I'm HIV negative on PrEP. Like, what's your stats? We ask, you know, hey, what are you into? What's your HIV status? Like, it's something that we just
and you share your results.
Yes, you share your results. You should be, and it's the way of just releasing the stigma of, you know, if you have HIV, like, I can't touch, you know, I can't be with you. It's a lot of relationships.
It should be the same way. Like, what's your credit score and what's your STDs?
Hello. So I've had a debate about asking people about credit scores when you first, and I tell people you should definitely.
I don't know about the credit score. I don't know about in the first date. Or asking about HIV, maybe not in the first day, because you don't know if you're going to fuck.
Right. But in the first week, like when you're getting to know each other, like you see that this is going to go somewhere, definitely you should have a conversation. And I think just like HIV status is on the table, show us a credit score.
Because maybe a 19-year-old shouldn't be asking one dating for a credit score, or maybe a 22-year-old. But once you start getting past 25, you want to know somebody's credit score and what their STD, because now that will determine whether you want to be with them for a longer period of time.
Well, it's baggage and things that you have to deal with. You know, financial baggage, or someone doesn't really handle their finances like they should be. And the same thing with their health. If they're not maintaining their health, it's something that you inherit as well.
If by 30, you still have a 430 credit score, like, probably they're not going to change their ways.
Right. Well, it's people just live.
Or you have to guide them.
Yeah. I meet a lot of clients that come to me with low credit scores and everything and just don't know. Their parents didn't teach them anything about credit. They've gotten through most of their 20s and teen years, so not really using their credit.
At least when you ask for it, it gives you the choice to know if he really doesn't know anything about it and is willing to listen and make it better in a year or two, that's fine. But then you'll be able to make that choice.
Which brings me to my point about giving people the choice. If you are HIV positive, or if you do have a 400 credit score or 500 credit score, let these people know ahead of time to give them a choice whether or not they want to deal with you. That's the beauty of dating, is the choice that we can pick and choose who we want to be with and who we decide what baggage we want to take on from these people. So
and nowadays, I don't want nobody's baggage.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even like to take my baggage in the airport. Like, I don't want no actual baggage.
I'm not trying to save hoes in 2019. I am done with that. If you need to go ahead and fix yourself and take care of what you need to take care of, and that doesn't necessarily mean that you need to have a 700 credit score
or be perfect in life,
or HIV positive or negative. No, but you need to be in a mental space where you are responsible enough to take care of your own shit, where it won't affect what I have going on. That's what I ask for.
Yeah,
people.
And as we're talking about that, I know a 7-year-old that's gonna have his shit together by the time he his credit score right now. Oh, baby,
this shit makes me mad.
Listen,
go ahead.
There's a 7-year-old called Ryan. He's making $22 million a year reviewing toys on YouTube.
I'm fucking mad because they didn't have YouTube when I was fucking 7 years old.
You know how many toys I reviewed by myself?
Exactly, me too.
Tell my parents, I don't like this shit, and throw it out, or I like
would be
it.
The next Kylie Jenner of motherfucking toys. At fucking 18 by that.
$22 million. So the kid he's called Ryan Toys. He reviews toys, so the company sent him millions of dollars. Parents literally go to his YouTube to see what he has said about a certain toy before they buy it for their kids. So these huge toy companies, which make so much money every year, go to him, pay him, and he has over 17 million YouTube subscribers.
You know, I have to like put my hate aside and just really like tip my hat off to this man, because it's like at 7 years old, the hustle is real. So go ahead, you know, use what you got to get what you want. What scares
me is, you know how there's what do you call it? Child actors, or like Justin Bieber, he was so young when he got all that money. $22 million in 1 year.
You know, it's a lot of YouTube, like young kids that are like making buku money. Are we going to have like, you know, YouTube stars going
So we had the child stars be all fucked up. YouTube Are we going to have fucked up YouTube stars?
Oh my God. Or just think about when Blue Ivy and Kanye West kids get old, and just like how
Blue Ivy going to be just fine.
You think?
Not Kanye West babies?
The twins just fucking shit up in the city or something.
The twins and Blue Ivy, perfectly fine. They gonna be killing it. They gonna know better. They might have a couple ups and ups. They're gonna be like Sasha and Malia, the Obamas. Normal as fuck. Probably a joint here and there, but they're still normal.
Like Paris and Nikki Hilton out here just fucking it up. The Carters, like
I don't think so. Twins. The ones that are gonna do that is gonna be the Kardashians. Kanye's babies. They gonna have TV shows. They gonna hoe.
Oh my God, you already calling these kids hoes?
No, she's not a hoe. That's a baby. When she's over 18.
So
I'm predicting the future. She is innocent
she
and
gonna take
beautiful.
out her mama.
Yes.
See, I don't think Kim Kardashian whored. I just think that she just capitalized on what was in front of her. Her mom capitalized what was given to them.
I think she was hoeing too.
Really? I think she was just having fun. Don't care what hoeing. Like, where has she?
I didn't say it was a negative thing.
I don't think it's hoeing. She wasn't getting paid to fuck Ray J.
Hoes don't get paid to fuck. Hoes
Yes, they do. They get paid.
No, prostitutes get paid to fuck.
Hoe is a slang way of saying prostitute.
No, it is not. So see, hoe has this negative stigma to it, and I feel like a hoe is just a woman that enjoys to have sex or just has a lot of sex.
I thought that was like a slut in a sense. That's not a
Right,
whore.
which is kind of like what that slut walk is. And I think Amber Rose she does it kind of the wrong way. I don't think the way she expresses this whole slut walk thing resonates with everyone and it helps her. But I think hoe shouldn't be necessarily a bad word.
A hoe is a prostitute. I just wanted a slut.
No, it's not. A prostitute is a prostitute.
I'm gonna Google. Go ahead.
Listen,
Explain
well, my thing is, hoe has always had a negative connotation, and I feel like a hoe is a person that just has a lot of sex. What's wrong with having a lot of sex?
Okay, a hoe is someone that has a lot of sex that gets paid for having a lot of sex.
No, it's not. A prostitute hoe is one that gets paid. There's just regular ass hoes.
Okay.
Right. I know you're not gonna find anywhere on that Google that you're searching that says a hoe gets paid, because hoes don't get paid.
Okay. So I'm on Urban Dictionary and I haven't pre-read this. I'm just gonna read this out loud. And if I am incorrect, I'm gonna apologize.
Okay.
But if not, I would like for you to apologize, Carla.
What is a hoe?
But it says hoe. Now this is the third definition. It says
Well, can you read the first one?
Because the first one just says the first one says like a piece of bread from a loaf. Everyone touches it, but yo, she's a real hoe or something.
Yeah.
Like that. So
everyone touches it.
So this a trash bag who thinks having sex with only one person means at one time has sex with multiple people and thinks it's okay to do so. That could be male or female. So
yeah.
Okay.
Sex with multiple people.
Pimp has hoes, right? And that's where that whole term came from. It's a pimp and a hoe. A hoe got paid to have sex.
No, the pimp gets paid and he takes care of her. Hoes don't get paid.
Okay.
The pimp gets paid. The money is the pimp, and the pimp takes that money to take care of them and feed them. So they're making no money.
Like
so if it comes from pimp and hoe,
I ain't never had the hoe. I ain't never had to be in a pole position. This ain't my lifestyle. It's not something I know about. I don't know any hoes personally, so it shouldn't be something I know. So I digress. Let's move forward. I apologize.
Thank you. We're gonna move on.
I know this is an argument, and I'm not gonna win because this is not my life. I don't know hoes, so why am I trying to defend a hoe?
I know a hoe.
Okay.
Moving on. Mm-hmm. You apologize. Thank you. I accept your apology.
Thank you. No
I
problem.
like being right. The next one is a Florida student arrested for allegedly threatening to kill his professor over an early morning exam. How many? Did you go to college?
Yes, bitch. And I've listened
on campus.
Yes, bitch.
See,
I've gotten in car
campus.
accidents and shit like that, trying to make it to an early age. My first semester, you not knowing any better because you think you first out of high school and you went to school at 7:30. You can do that shit in college. So you pick those 8 o'clock, those 8:30 classes,
it gets so hard.
And it's so hard to make it. Listen, I've gotten in car accidents. I've done everything trying to make it to class on time. All the classes I had in the morning, I end up failing my first year. So I kind of understand. It depends on what happened. I can go ahead and understand where this young man is coming from.
What I'm thinking is that probably that professor last minute was like, the class is usually at 4, but this final is going to be at 8 o'clock in the morning next week.
Your brain doesn't even work at 8 o'clock in the morning when you're that young. Like, that was one thing I discovered too.
Well, why it should, because when you out of high school,
it's a study that's been shown that kids that right now kids should not be waking up as early as they are to go to school, like especially during their teenage years, because they need a lot of sleep. My
daughter's about to be fucked because right now, which is that transition from middle school. I don't remember it very well, but I'm kind of old. You go to middle school and middle school starts at 9:30.
Yeah.
High school's about to start at 7:15.
7:15, exactly.
So she's gonna have a rude awake. Yeah. Hell, me too.
So from what I remember from my high school years is that my early morning class, if I had a choice, I would always try to pick like a bullshit type like art or something like that where I really didn't have to wake up to really pay attention. Because I'm
a morning person though. I had to get my bus at 5:50 because I went to school in Eatonville. It was called Robert Hungerford Preparatory School. So I went to school there. It was a magnet school, so I had to wake up at 5 to make it to my bus stop at 5:50. And since I'm out of the zone, it was an hour and 15-minute bus ride because we had to pick up people from all over the place. So we would get to school at 7 a.m.
I really caught the bus. My mama mostly took me to school. And on the way to school, she'll hotbox us by smoking weed. And we'll be listening to Young Jeezy, The World Is Yours, and everything.
Trina?
And Trina too. But that was her way of like trying to like prep us. It was affirmations for us to say.
Get you
to
high?
prepare us for the day. No, we didn't get high.
And
We was just embarrassed walking through school, smelling
Nigga,
like a pound of fucking perp.
You probably got like secondhand smoke.
I
You
don't
was high.
know. I probably would. I don't know. But my mom didn't like rolling down the window because she didn't want the police to pull her over. And I was like, bitch, you need to stop because they know we smell like weed when we walk through the halls.
Not the police picking y'all up, but they gonna call DCS.
Right. But nobody
No one ever
did.
said anything?
She was like, and don't roll down my motherfucking window. Do you put gas in here? No, you can walk this fucking school or catch the bus. So we
I like
shut
it.
up.
I'm gonna give you a high five. Give that high five to your mama next time you
fuck
see her.
that.
I like her.
So we shut the hell up and just been hotboxing the car on our way to school, listening to this damn trap music.
I love your mom.
Welcome to my upbringing.
Yeah, I just. I love your mom. I love her. I feel like she would have threatened that professor too.
Oh no, she definitely. Yeah.
She would have threatened them. But yeah, if you guys are in school or going back to school and it's real early, the teacher changes up the exam time. Don't threaten to kill them because you're gonna get arrested like this poor kid.
I ain't threatening to kill no damn body. I'm sorry.
I'm too scared to go to
They
fucking
gonna
jail.
put us in jail. Child, put you in jail in a minute.
I am terrified to go to jail.
I've been a couple of times, but I ain't.
And talking about, I'm getting Amanda. Oh my gosh, she's like, when are you gonna be done? And I'm like, I haven't answered her because we're recording. Somehow I'm trying to pay you, pussy hoe. So I just got called a hoe.
But she's trying to pay you. I thought hoes don't get paid, so she's acknowledging that hoes get paid. I'm trying to pay you, pussy hoe.
They can get paid.
Girl.
No, she really.
Okay. We gonna go ahead and move on.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought we moved on and you apologize on this
We're
one.
gonna go ahead.
Okay, we're gonna
New
move
evidence
on.
has been brought to the docket, so. But no, we're not going to address that.
Lala on Instagram, and you looked at me and you're like, well, I had to. I even wrote this down because I feel like it has to do.
This is one of. I'm sorry. This is one of Carla's blind moments. So I'm gonna let her talk.
I don't think it's a blind moment. I think it's because it's just been happening so much, and I realized this in my 20s because my boyfriend's 8 years older than me.
So before you give the point, I want you to read the whole thing and then say,
okay,
so people understand
why you thought the way you did.
You're right.
So a couple of days ago, Lala posted a picture on her Instagram of Trina, and my first thought was like, oh my God, Trina died.
So I just want y'all to know. If you're a Trina fan, you know Trina's birthday is like December 3rd or December 4th. Like, it's just something that we know, especially being in the South. So,
I'm sorry. No, that is a super fan thing.
No, it's not. Everybody know that Trina's a Sagittarius. Like, it's...
Somebody call me from Coco.
It's the same thing about knowing...
Hello?
Oh, girl, she always does this. I thought your phone's supposed to be like on airplane mode when you at work. Since she hasn't been working,
no, who's
she's
this?
been doing these unruly things, but... I'm going to write her ass up. I'm going to hold her accountable. And look, it's not even like a business call.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Actually, can you call me back in about 45 minutes? I'm in the middle of recording, and I thought it was... I'm sorry. Can you... Okay.
That's her first.
All right, thank you.
That's her warning. Her second one's going to be a written. The third one is going to be termination.
Well, no, you know my boyfriend's from Coco. So when it popped up with Coco, I thought it was something happened to him and someone is calling from over there.
I understand.
But it was it was not
airplane mode.
But I'm gonna put it on
but
do not disturb.
Carla's whole thing with this whole thing, it's
I thought she died.
Yeah,
and no one knows Trina's birthday, but you. And probably
you know Jay-Z's birthday.
No,
like
I
everybody.
don't. I know of celebrities' birthdays because on the radio and on Instagram, people start shouting them out. And the first thing they say is "Happy birthday" at whoever. So Lala did not write "Happy birthday" until the end of the paragraph. So because of what's going on nowadays, I feel like once you reach your 30s and mid 30s and then into the 40s, people that you know start dying a lot more often. And I think this is a proven fact. I don't know where it's a fact somewhere, but it's a fact in my head.
In your 30s, people start. So you got people dying around you that's in your 30s?
Well, see, like I was saying, my boyfriend's 8 years older. And so when I was like 26, he was 30, however the fuck, 34.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like he kept saying he was going to to funerals all the time. Oh, I went to high school with this person. They died. Whether it was overdose, whether it was because they were overweight and they had heart problems. Still very young.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying like, or car accidents. I'm like, you've been around now for so many years. There's more people just die. See, the older you get, people are dying all the time. And lately, people have been dying a lot.
People always been dying since the beginning of
but
time.
more that
so.
people that we know. I feel like kids don't see a lot of people. As you're growing up,
We didn't.
it's your parents' friends that are dying.
Yeah, but because we wasn't connected as we are now with social media. Social media, we're all connected. So,
Well, I'm talking about just personally. More people are dying as you get older. Not more people are dying. More you're noticing more people around you that you may know of, or people that you know and that they know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just thought she died because every time I see a picture posted up, it's like somebody else died. And it's just, I feel like we're in this era where everybody's
see
dying.
Her, I'm just sitting here looking at her. I'm just like, so that's the first thing that came to your mind? Like
yes, because she should have said happy birthday first.
Okay, Carla. Okay. I don't. Okay.
It scared me.
Yeah, I understand.
I saw it and I was, and my
worried
heart kind of
for
stopped.
Trina.
I was. I'm like,
So-
we just did that whole. You and Dex went off about Trina, and I'm like, Trina can't die.
No.
I haven't even released that episode yet.
No, I just know that. Well, clearly we're fans, and that's why I go from that episode. I knew she didn't know because she didn't know the lyrics to the baddest.
I don't know the lyrics because I wasn't
So
even.
she's not a super
I wasn't
fan,
in
so I
Florida
can
then.
understand why you thought. When
How
you saw
old
a
were you
picture
when you
of
were
her.
listening to that?
Girl, young. Oh
Exactly.
shit, 1998.
I got
When
here in
she came-
'96.
She came out with that album in 2000. 1998 is when she came out on Nanho with Trick Daddy. And,
Yes,
Trina.
I got here in '96. I was
So y'all wasn't listening to Trina in Puerto Rico?
No. In Puerto Rico, bitch.
Yeah, y'all wasn't listening to that.
No, we have Mark Anthony and like I had my parents' music and shit.
Girls.
Yeah, no, we didn't have none of
In
that.
Florida, we was taught how to be a bad bitch, like from a young age.
I mean, we were a bad bitch like La India. This is salsa singer, and she would tell
Salsa.
whatever nigga tried her, she's like goodbye. I listened to her this morning, and I told my man every time you get in my nerves, I put this on. She'd be like, I don't want to think about you, like you ain't shit. Telling the other bitch like you can keep him, like stuff like that.
Trina taught you how to put a value.
And she kind of looked like Trina a little bit.
She does. Well, Trina's half Dominican.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, she is. She is. From Miami. It's just things that we just know about our Floridian, like, you know,
well, I'm
little
glad that
female
she's not
superstar.
dead. Trina, I'm so happy you're still alive.
Happy birthday, Trina. Sagittarius. She's a follow Sagittarius along with Nene Links, Tyra Banks, Jay-Z.
Okay, moving on.
So many awesome people.
This is another quick one that I thought was interesting before we moved on to the ones that you feel like are more interesting. But I thought this was great to know because I'm watching Hulu. And you know, I have the one that's like less commercials, but it's still, oh no, it was OWN. One of them, I got a commercial. I was kind of pissed about the commercial. But it was Herbal Essence. And I haven't heard about Herbal Essence.
That shit that dried your hair.
Yes. That one.
It used to be so awkward to watch TV with my mom, and that commercial would come on, and it was just like, what do I do? Should I close my eyes or not? Because my mom, like, whenever the nasty part come on, she'll slap us. Close your fucking eyes and close your ears. You see this shit coming on?
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh, what should I do? But yes, that shampoo that I used to buy in college, they used to dry my scalp and give me flakes. That same shampoo.
Yes, that same shampoo. Well, basically, I never thought about how do blind people, is that what you call them? Is that a different word to call them? They're blind, handicapped.
Yeah, blind.
Eyesight, handicap, whatever.
Yeah, blind.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like a
We
derogatory
still call
word.
deaf people, right?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, so I guess.
Whatever. Blind, I'm like, how do they distinguish shampoo from conditioner if they live on their own? Or how do they...
Isn't it the feel of it? It feels different.
Not really. But how do you really know?
Braille?
So you're about to use some. Well, no, I was looking at my shampoo bottles. There's nothing on them.
Okay.
To distinguish them.
Okay.
Some of them the shape sizes, but if you go to the store and you buy them, how do you know to buy the right one?
So I'm pretty sure it's gonna tie into the story, right?
Yes. So
Because I want to know now. Like, what's going on?
So Herbal Essence started adding in the back of their bottles, so it's lines to show that it's shampoo and dots that it's conditioner.
Cool.
So now when they go to the store, they can go and figure out if they want shampoo or conditioner. Because sometimes you run out of conditioner. Well, you wouldn't know. You don't have much hair on top of your head.
As I'm sitting here thinking, what does this have to do with me? For one, I'm not blind. For two, I'm not buying shampoo. So why the fuck do I care? Why should I
you
know
don't
this?
shampoo your beard?
No, I wash my beard gets washed with my face wash, and I moisturize it with
I think
beard
you're
oil.
supposed to wash it with like beard.
It's not even that. Do you wash your eyebrows? Because it's the same length as my eyebrows.
Listen, my eyebrows are so thick. I should put some shampoo on these bitches and conditioner. As you see right now, I'm wolfing like a
They are
motherfucker.
thick as fuck. But yeah. So no, I just.
So, anyways, I thought it was great that they're being inclusive to everyone because there's so many things of people that are handicapped that we just don't know what they go through. So,
Yeah.
one, I woke up blessed and said, "Thank you, Jesus."
That
for
you
the-
don't have to feel
Right.
for your shampoo or conditioner in the
or
morning,
for like
which
you know
can
these
see.
M&Ms that I really want some right now.
This girl's supposed to be on a diet, and I know over Thanksgiving she was on this whole ketosis, like keto diet, and I think since then it has just gone down the drain.
Something
because,
happened because it just made me like,
But you know, sugar and shit like that is addictive. It's more addictive than cocaine, and what you're going through, right? You're an addict right now. You need to go ahead and quit cold turkey and get it out your system. So you just continue to feed that addiction by eating those M&Ms every time, and you also feed into your waistline too.
I'm gonna keep looking at you like
Okay.
crazy as fuck.
Okay.
I don't care.
We just talked about me throwing a pajama party, and what did you say?
Oh my god, I gotta starve myself.
But keep eating these damn M&Ms.
I'm gonna stop. Today's my last day. Okay. Anyways, so good job, Herbal Essence, doing that. I thought that was pretty cool. Miss Funky Dineva.
Dineva. Yes.
Tell me what happened with Miss Funky Dineva.
So apparently, Funky Dineva was on the Queen's Court.
Who is
Queen's
Funky
Supreme
Dineva?
Court. So Funky Dineva is a YouTuber. Been on YouTube for a long time. He actually reviews like the Real Housewives, Love and Hip Hop. Him and Jocelyn Hernandez got into it one time when he used to call her Hosseline, and then she read him for filth and all this other stuff, talking
I
about
love
he
her.
was sucking dick in the bathroom. But anyway, Funky Dineva is a YouTuber that goes ahead and just review like pop culture. So during the Queen's Supreme Court tour in DC, I believe it was, they was talking about how Jay-Z was ugly, and how an ugly person and a pretty person make a cute baby. And it was like, nah, bitch, Blue Ivy was ugly. And everybody, like the internet world, just dragged him, right?
I saw the post.
Yes, I mean, dragged him for filth, saying, that's not cool. Kids are off limits and all this other stuff, blah, blah, blah. And I just went ahead and just thought about it like, yeah, it was kind of fucked up. But of course, we know that Funky Dineva is a comedian. Like, have we now become too sensitive to what people are saying, and especially when it comes to comedy, that what we're doing now is restricting comedians from being organically funny? Like back in the day, I'm pretty sure Richard Pryor used to get on stage and talk about how ugly kids was. We've always had jokes about an ugly baby.
I remember calling babies ugly when I was younger.
I still call motherfucking babies ugly. I don't care. Like, I'll call baby. If the baby is ugly, baby is ugly. That doesn't mean he's not gonna grow up and be like, he's probably an ugly duckling. He might be a beautiful swan. But at this particular point in time, this motherfucker is ugly. So I'm not gonna lie and sit here and talk about, well, bitch, and Blue Ivy, I think beauty is an eye in the beholder. I don't think she's ugly.
I think she
think
looks
she's
just
pretty.
like her mama.
She looks like her mom and her
Wait.
dad.
So Blue, in the beginning, was a little worrisome.
She was. But I think they got their hair together because they didn't know how to really. Their hair was just a little too wild.
I think it was just some kids.
Some kid,
First of all, newborn babies are all ugly.
Yeah, they
my
have to
daughter
grow
looked like
into
a
their
goddamn
looks.
lizard, and I was her mother, and I thought she was beautiful. Now I look back at pictures, and I'm like, bro, you were ugly.
my little nephew looked like a fucking alien. Oh
Yes.
my god, it was horrible.
So newborns are ugly, and some babies, it takes a little while for their features to grow out. Sometimes their heads are too big, their ears are too big for their head until their head grows a little bit bigger. So why can't we joke about it?
So you're gonna get mad at me when I say this, all right? I think what's so cute to me is like fresh newborn white babies. I don't know about a white baby that's like, they look so cute. Maybe because we're just been conditioned to see the Gerber baby, and the Gerber baby has always been like
But
white.
the Gerber baby's not a newborn.
He was a newborn.
No, he wasn't. The Gerber baby's like a couple months old.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like a couple of, it's still newborn to me. Like that's
Okay,
what I'm
well,
saying.
no, newborn is like the first month.
So what the fuck is it called? A baby being a couple of months old? Like
A toddler.
That's not a toddler. I thought a toddler is walking around crawling. That's what a toddler. That's what I call it.
Toddler is like from a couple of months. Okay, well, it's just a baby.
A baby, bitch. So I think
Not
white
a
babies
newborn.
are cute.
So it's newborn, baby, toddler.
Okay, yeah. So I think
White
Caucasian
babies?
babies are just little cute, little ghost-looking little.
I think we might have been
Animals until they
trained
grow
for
up.
that.
Yeah, I
we,
think so,
socially
too.
we were trained that
I
because
think so,
I've seen
too.
some ugly white babies.
I have seen some ugly white people in general from start to finish. So yeah, I'm just
From birth to death.
From birth to death. So yeah. But I just think it's so adorable just to see a little fat, little chubby, little rosy cheek, little, I just want to pinch his cheeks.
So you don't like little black babies?
I love little black babies, to be honest. I love every species of baby. You're not going to get me on air saying that. I love all babies. But I just think the little white babies, I just want to pinch his cheeks and watch him turn red. And just...
that's abuse, sir.
I can't do that with a black baby. I can do that with a little white baby and see them cheeks get rosy.
Okay, so I feel like we're turning into the fact that now you just want to abuse these white people.
No, okay, we gonna go.
And you want to fuck up them from the start. You want to fuck them up the way they fucked us up in the beginning.
Before you get out here and motherfucking say the N-word, I'm gonna pinch
No,
your
so I don't know much about comedy and the comedy world itself. Like I don't never watch Richard Pryor. Like my parents didn't because they didn't understand him probably.
Right.
So I don't know much about comedy, but I do know that nowadays everything is so scrutinized.
Yeah.
Everything that we say, and I have heard say comedians, let us be comedians.
Yes.
Unless it's something, because most of the time the joke is not just those 5 words.
Mm-hmm.
There's a storyline that comes with if it's a good comedian.
If it's a good
now
comedian.
There's some asshole that will just go. Now there's those Instagram comedians and it's gonna be like, oh baby blue ugly.
Exactly. No. Like
That's not funny.
tied into something and make it make sense. Like okay,
so was Funky Dineva's stuff tied into something?
He couldn't even get that far because everybody just like roared into it. And I get what he was saying. Like they was trying to justify Jay-Z being ugly. It was like, hey, he made a pretty baby. It was like, no, bitch, she looked like Jay-Z. Therefore, if Jay-Z
she doesn't look
ugly, like
Jay-Z though.
And it depends. It depends on what picture and what angle. Because sometimes I see Jay-Z all.
She's a spitting image of her mother at that same age. Spitting image.
Certain stages she goes through. Sometimes she look like, oh, damn, she look like
Bro.
just like Jay-Z, and the other times like, oh, she look like Beyonce.
I'm gonna show you.
Maybe
Beyonce.
at this point.
Maybe in the beginning she looked a little bit more like Jay. Maybe, but come to find out when they show pictures of Beyonce, she looks just like Beyonce. So that baby's gonna be another Beyonce.
That baby's she gonna be. I wonder if Blue Ivy's gonna be able to sing like her mom, like, or she's gonna be an actor, or like if they all 3 of them are gonna break up, like one is gonna get into acting, the other one is gonna get into like.
What is the name
dancing.
of the other 2?
Sir and Rummy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like, not as much in this picture.
See, she look like her daddy.
Hold on.
I'm just saying it's hit or miss.
Look, they're like the same.
Yeah, but you also see Jay-Z. Look at them damn lips. You see, look at them cheeks.
They got the cheeks are from her mama.
But anyway, the point is that yes, he was wrong for talking about, but comedians usually are wrong. They talk about everybody.
They say really fucked up things. They've used race, they've used age, they've used all that for so many years. Let them be. The only problem is when a comedian will try to use their comedy to be slick.
Exactly.
And that I think we can, or just a white one trying to be racist on purpose, And I feel like that will come out.
Yeah.
That will show. Like, let them be who they are. Hell, we have a fucking racist ass president.
We do.
So just let comedians be comedians and real comedians be comedians.
Yes. Leave it up to the
But now who's gonna monitor who's the real comedian?
We're now in this whole stage where in life where there's an Instagram skit and everybody's trying to put on a wig and trying to be funny and all this sort of stuff. And it's like, oh my God, can you guys now just give us some organic, like you were born to be funny, not this whole let me practice this skit for fucking 50 takes and then put it on Instagram for likes. So
I don't that story I did see it and all, but I feel like comedians should just be let to do whatever they have to do.
Yes.
The next one. Mel B says she keeps the surgically removed skin with her ex's name on it in a jar at home.
I don't give a fuck what my ex did to me. I would not cause harm to myself to spite your fucking ass, okay?
Well, it hurts to get it removed as well.
But that's a permanent scar, and it's a reminder. It's a piece of my flesh that I cut off all to spite this motherfucker.
They were married. He did her. Apparently, he abused her. He done cheated on her. I think it was with the babysitter or whoever it was. So instead of laser removing, like a simple cover up, which it hurts, it costs a lot of money, but still, she decided to cut Stefan's name out, and it created an incision that required 13 stitches. As for the skin, she planned to burn it and just smell her dead skin and smell the burn of that relationship and just let it go into the air. But instead, she decided to keep it in a jar.
She want to remove all trace of that man from her.
But no,
life.
because she has that jar.
Yeah, exactly.
And she keeps it.
So what was the point? Like you see it, it's a reminder. I guess it's a reminder.
She says it sounds horrific, But what I went through was so horrific. This one particular tattoo that my ex had forced me to have was Steven until death do us part. You own my heart. I just thought I can't go through the pain of getting it lasered. So I convinced a good friend of mine, a doctor. I said, can you just cut it off my body? I saved it in a jar, which sounds a bit strange. And it's at the top of my wardrobe. Nobody can see it, but I know that it's there. I think she needs a therapist.
Yes, a little therapy needs to happen right there. But first off, I'm not getting no man tattoo. I'm not getting anybody. I don't have tattoos for one.
You don't?
I don't.
Not one?
And the reason being because I always knew I was going to be someone's senator or something like that. So the way I carry myself, I have to be. Yeah, I could be president one day, and I don't want to be president.
You can't be a president with a tattoo?
But I'm talking.
Does Obama have tattoos?
I don't know.
Let's find out.
I don't know. But back in the day, I just always didn't make stupid rash decisions in that moment to permanently.
Oh,
mark
you
up my
should
body.
never get a tattoo off a rash decision. That is a very bad idea.
So hence the reason why I'm sitting here at 30 with no tattoos whatsoever. Because I have commitment issues with certain things. Not saying in relationships, but I might like this thing today and I might not like it tomorrow. I might like this tattoo today and 2 weeks from now, what the fuck did I do?
love my tattoos. They all mean something. So I have the shell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hopefully this is recording. So I have the shell.
Mm-hmm.
And I got this done in Spain. So there's a pilgrimage from Italy to Spain to this big church cathedral. And it takes forever. It's miles. It's from one country to the next. You follow these shells, and whichever way they're facing, that's where you keep going. Oh. So that's the trail. And I think it takes, I don't know how many weeks and whatever it's a pilgrimage. Then I have this one up here says, only God can judge me. Mm-hmm. So my mom is so goddamn judgmental. When I came back, this is my first tattoo I had one right here. The first one was my daughter's date of birth and my rib cage.
Right up under her titty. Yeah.
It's my rib cage.
Oh, okay.
Because she's my rib.
Oh, okay.
Before Kevin Hart came out talking about homegirl was his rib. So on my rib, I put my daughter's date of birth and Roman numeral.
I thought that came out with Baby Boy when he told Yvette, you're my rib, girl.
When that came out? Before 2005?
Yeah. And people been saying that anyway. That's what you call your spouse, because God actually took Adam's rib. Yeah, so that's why they say that, girl.
You're right.
Kevin Hart didn't come up with that. But
well, I think he made it big on social media. Because there was no social media for Baby Boy.
Okay. But we've been saying that, period.
Okay, sorry.
That's what the real niggas tell their girls. You're my real girl. Yeah. God took you from me.
I haven't had a real nigga. Ain't nobody tell me I'm their rib.
Try me either. Ain't nobody tell me that either. I'm still waiting on somebody to come tell me I'm their rib. But
when I came back with this tattoo, my parents acted like I just came back from prostituting myself. I'm like, it's just a fucking tattoo. So then I got the one, only God can judge me, and I made sure I went to their house right after I got it done. So she was like, there you go again. Blah, blah, blah. What does that even say? And I said, let me let you read it. So she goes, only God can... and turned him and I was like,
you're such an asshole.
You don't want to finish reading it.
You're such
You
an asshole.
don't want to finish reading it. I'm tired of being judged. And then the last one was my dad's signature right here with his date of birth. That one, I love it. So they all mean something. I really fell in love with Spain and I got it done in Spain. Right. I'm tired of being goddamn judged since I was a little girl. Let me fucking live.
Right.
I don't want to be judged no more.
I love tattoos. I do. I just, for me and my body, I don't know. I just haven't got to the point. Maybe one day. My mom didn't get her first tattoo until 47, 2 years ago or something.
What did she get?
Our name tattoo. I think she has my mom and our names tattooed on her.
I think that's a midlife crisis.
Yeah, and she's always said that though. Her first tattoo would be our name since I was a little boy. And she just finally got the balls to do it. So
I don't think I would do a name.
My mom is from Jacksonville, Florida. You guys. So.
What if my daughter at one point in time wants to change her name?
To what?
What if she changes her?
What if she wouldn't change her name?
I don't know.
Well, it's a name that you gave her, so it's always special. That name has meaning to you.
But then Ayana changed her name to Natalie when she's 35, and then who's Ayana?
That's okay.
And I'll be that's what my daughter was, but is now not.
Or what if she comes like Anthony or something like that? She transitions.
Right.
Would you still love Ayana if she transitions to a man, or if she? Have you talked about?
Yeah. So we've talked about being gay. And the other day I was watching something. We were watching something on TV. Oh, it was This Is Us.
I only watched one or two. I cry easily, child.
You need to watch it, all of it. It's on Hulu.
Yeah, it's on Hulu. Emotional wreck. It is.
You will cry. So I cry with snot coming out my nose. So every time. So the little black girl, she's in middle school, I believe, and she tells her auntie that she's gay. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And she's like, don't tell my parents. I'm scared to tell them. And then the little girl finally tells her that she's gay, and I'm thinking, oh my God, how would I react if it was Ayana? And the parents, their reaction was, we love you. And she was so scared. She was starting to get like stomach aches and like physically ill because she was holding this inside. And she's like, I still don't know, but I think that I am. So I called Ayana. She's like, Ma, what? I said, how do you know you're straight? And she said,
At 13.
At
Wow.
13.
Right.
She's like, I don't know. I was like, yeah, you don't know, right? And I said, would you tell me if you felt? She's like, yeah, but Ma, I'm not gay. I like boys. I told you I like Hector. I don't know who the fuck this Hector is, but he's about to get his ass beat. So then I said, well, do you have any friends that are gay? Because I didn't know. I know I'm very open with her about homosexuality. And she's totally fine with it. She knows my views on it. And I don't agree with with the Christian part of it. If it's a sin, I don't know. You know, there's so many things from the Bible that I don't believe, but I believe people were born gay. And who am I to judge? Because the Bible also says don't judge nobody. So it ain't none of my business what you do.
Only God can judge.
Right.
That's what
Like
you do.
heterosexuals cheat, and that's in the Bible too.
Right.
So it's just all these things. Anywho, she goes, yeah, I have my friend this one and this one and this one. And I'm like, oh.
It's different. It's different from when you and I were 13. Kids wasn't out. I've noticed, and I lie to you not, when I started noticing a lot of gay people starting to come on to the scene, I was in high school, and it was class of 2008. So the 90s baby.
2008? Why are you lying?
That's when I started seeing a whole influx.
You're not class of 2008.
I'm class 2006.
Oh,
I'm talking about.
I thought you was trying to tell people on here lying.
If
you're old,
I am proud. People tell me I look like I'm in my young 20s anyway.
Okay, just making sure you was out here catfishing motherfuckers trying to get you a young thing.
No, I don't want no young. Listen, don't bring y'all young asses to me. But anyway, so yeah, I started noticing that's when the kids actually start coming and expressing themselves a lot more. I came from, you know, when being gay was just like you're conservative and everything like that. They didn't. They was not, and they actually pushed the envelope and really changed the way. The way gay people was accepted in the school, period. Like you had no choice but to accept them.
I remember girls holding hands and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't remember
it was different for women.
I felt like
guys
girl.
couldn't do
I
that.
don't remember too many boys.
But boys did it in 2008.
Ayana even told me there's a trans in her school.
Yeah.
And I don't remember if it's a trans girl or trans boy, but I said, how do you know? And she's like, oh, we all know.
You want to hear my coming out story?
Yeah, but hold on. Because I want to tell you how I asked her then again. And this made me feel so good. And I'm like, as parent, I'm kind of winning right now. Toot my own horn, bitch.
Yes.
So I said, well, if you were, would you tell me? She's like, I think I would. And I said, you would? She's like, yeah, you'd be all right with it. And I'm like, I have been open enough with her to let her know that I'm accepting of her, of whatever she does. I don't accept her fuck shit when she don't do her homework, when she want to come over here lying. But I would definitely accept her. And I don't know how, I don't think it would be too hard for me. Because first of all, I'd be like, good, you're not going to get pregnant for a while unless you really want to.
Right.
And then
you just want to be happy for your child. That's the best thing you could do, because now your kid feel like she can come to you with anything, and that's how I feel like, with my mom.
Right.
She just always has been so open about sex and all this other stuff.
I'm not too open about sex, but I did have the sex talk. But
I'll call my mom in a minute about something. If I had a bump on next to my nuts, I will pull my nuts to the side and show my mama first. And like, mama, what's this bump? Like, that's the type of relationship.
It's an ingrown hair, nigga.
Yeah, it's an ingrown hair, boy. Go get me the tweezers and let me pull it out. But no, my mom, when I came out, my mom was cutting collard greens one day. Now, mind you, I just come from like a really tough hood ass family. Like everybody, they
so good, I'm hungry.
They're very hardcore. I'm like the only openly gay person in my family on both sides, right? My dad was like this big womanizer, and my mom is just like whatever you want to call her. But anyway, so me coming out to my family was like a big deal. So my mom was cutting collard greens. She was like, "You want to help me cut collard greens?" And I was like, "No, that's gay." And she was like, "Shit, you gay." Now, mind you, just to give you a little background, at this time I was starting to date this guy, and he and I will constantly like go to the movies and stuff like that. And I'll come home.
How old were you?
I was 16, 17.
Okay.
So I'll come home with passion marks and stuff like that on my neck and all this other stuff because I'm light skinned. So I used to bruise. I bruise real easy. So my mom was like, of course nobody was dumb. Everybody knew. So she was like,
but if you're trying to keep it on the down, what the hell are you doing coming home with hickeys?
So she didn't know if I was leaving. The way I was thinking, like, but you don't know if I'm meeting up with girls or something like that. But then she was like, when she saw hickeys and stuff on my back too, she was just like, nah, bitch, nah. Come on, Tony.
On your back?
I had.
Sir.
Why the fuck am I sitting here having this conversation?
Yes. How does this work?
Yeah.
Listen, I want to know.
That's another
for another episode.
That's another episode.
I'm very intrigued.
I mean,
just give me a quick position. How do
you know when people kissing your back and stuff like that? Like, do you kiss your man back?
Not really.
It's no reason for you to be back there, right?
Oh.
So, I mean, not saying I was getting hunched or anything like that in the booty at the 16 years old. No, but it's just like a
But
whole...
you was dry hunching maybe.
I'm not going to have... That's another conversation. The point is, my mom was not stupid. So, I thought she was thinking I was just leaving and meeting up with girls.
I can't stop thinking about somebody being on your back.
I love my back kissed on. Like, that's my whole, like, you kissed on my back, it just sends chills down my spine. So yeah,
down to your ass,
bitch. No. Listen. You know, we had this whole conversation. It's too early in the morning to be talking about eating booty and all this stuff. Like, we're not even to open that door.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna be mature now.
Bitch, right. I couldn't even get to the whole sentimental part.
I'm a grow up.
So my mom was like, I told my mom, I was like, no, that's gay. She was like, shit, you gay. And I was like, okay, it's the time, Tony. Take it. Well, and my mom looked at me and I looked at her and she was like, you gay for real? And I was like, yeah, I'm bisexual. Now, back in the day, being bisexual was being cool. That's like the introduction that most gays come out and say they are instead of coming home. Because we really don't know. I mean, I was 16. Right. I didn't know
that
if I
age,
didn't
you really
like
don't
girls.
know.
Right. So I was like, well, I'm bisexual. She was like, oh, was that hard for you to tell me? And I was like, no, actually it wasn't. And then my mom, she hugged me in that moment and told me if anybody fuck with me, she's going to fucking jail.
Yes, mama.
And she was, so my mom just really professed her love and she cried up. And I think she just cried up in the fact that it just brought us closer together. And I think she was kind of like just worried about what was going to happen to me in the future.
Your mom is a real bitch.
She is
not bitch, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, she is. And you know what? I tell my mom I wasn't born with a silver spoon, but my mom gave me the gift of a hustler, and she also gave me the gift of love, and acceptance. So this is why I walk through with my little big gay ass down the street, happy as fucking. Nobody tell me anything, bitch. So yeah,
I don't even know how we got to that part because we're talking about Mel B. But anyway,
how did we get? Oh, okay.
But since you didn't want to talk about sex, you did bring up something that has to do with sex. You said that Tumblr's taking away porn. I didn't even. First of all, I thought Tumblr was pictures. So apparently, there's a world that I don't know about, and you're gonna educate us on this damn Tumblr sex. I thought it was Pornhub, YouPorn.
Tumblr has different. So if anybody don't know what Tumblr, you it depends on when this episode is going to air whether or not you're going to miss out. So Tumblr is basically taking porn off of their website on December 17th. Now this has become a big uproar for anybody that likes to watch free clips or free porn.
Is it like Backspace kind of?
What do you mean?
Well,
like
is it
Backpage?
Backpage.
No, it's basically like Instagram for like porn videos up to like 5 to 7 minutes.
But I thought Tumblr was like another social media for pictures.
It was, that's what it was. So now the creators are saying, I'm glad they're taking porn off of Tumblr. Now we can have our fucking space back to really to fucking express ourselves in our art and not fucking porn videos.
Okay.
So this has caused a big uproar because now I don't know if this is the same thing in your community, but we have a lot of gay guys or gay people that have like fans only accounts. Okay. So fans only accounts is basically like a subscription base where you can go ahead and pay like $10, $15 a month and follow a person and watch the videos they upload. It could be them having sex, them masturbating in the bathroom,
and they don't. And Tumblr don't take those down.
So what they were doing were they were advertising clips and stuff like that on Tumblr. Like, you want to see more, pay $10.99.
So they're not paying $10.99 on Tumblr. They're paying $10.99 on their shit.
So you can watch like up to 45. It only take men just like 30 seconds to a minute.
It take me 30 seconds too.
Yeah, to do it. So
you don't
need more than that. So Tumblr just offered a good space where it was like Instagram. You just to go through and find your favorite porn video or save it and watch it later versus to going to Pornhub or something like that, all these websites.
Shit.
And you never had to worry about any like really viruses or anything like too, because again, like I said, it was like Instagram for porn. So now they're shutting it down, and now we have to find a new outlet to to release some energy, some tension and stuff. Now everybody's saying they're going to migrate to Twitter, but Twitter's always been a little freaky.
Twitter has freaky stuff.
Yeah, so
I wonder why Twitter has never even talked about taking it down.
I don't know. I think it's rules. Like you can't have porn in your Alvi, your icon Avi area, but you can have it up and down your timeline.
Hell yeah, they be having it.
My first time creating a Twitter was just for the porn anyway. I never really was socially
active
on Twitter. So I only used Twitter for porn up until recently when I actually started seeing people do actually make sense on Twitter. I need to follow.
There's some really cool. There's some really dope people to follow on Twitter
so
like that.
I've transitioned my freak page to my personal. Although I never posted anything, I don't do stuff like that because again, I'm supposed to be somebody's senator, so that's why I don't have any porn videos out there. At least I don't think somebody could have been recording.
Have you made any consciously?
So I've recorded some that's in my phone, with like me and an ex, but they haven't gone anywhere. Like I don't even think I've even sent it to him. So but it's never me in any compromised positions whatsoever.
So you smart. You smart.
Yeah.
You're gonna be a senator for real.
For real.
Well, I guess Twitter, get ready for the
migration influx.
It's like the influx from Puerto Rico to Orlando from Puerto Ricans.
Twitter's going to shut down because there's going to be so much content being uploaded on the 17th.
When Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico, all them Puerto Ricans that came to Orlando, that's going to be a hurricane's about to hit Tumblr, and they all coming to Twitter.
And drones. It was a picture that I showed that somebody had up. With everybody migrating over from Tumblr, trying to knock at Twitter's door, and it's like naked people and just people having sex. It's like, can you let us in, please? And this,
they're gonna let him in, letting them in for real. The last one of our shit you should know is Tiny's daughter. So T.I.'s wife, Tiny, has a daughter, which is actually T.I.'s stepdaughter, Zonique. She's the oldest one,
right?
So she's so beautiful.
How old is she?
She's gonna be in her 20s.
Okay.
Yeah. If she's not like, I think she's 21 already.
And this is T.I.'s and Tiny's daughter?
No, she's only Tiny's daughter. So she's T.I.'s stepdaughter.
Okay.
Yes. So they went 2 years ago to Africa to get an implant on their eyes to make their eyes light. Mm-hmm. Which when I first read it, I said, what in the donkey fuck? We got contacts. Yeah. Like, you weren't born with blue eyes, that you want to change your eye color. Like, I get changing your breast or whatever, like it's known, but your eyes is not FDA approved. If we don't have it here, I don't want to go to another country to get it done.
Right.
Like, and if it's not really known like that. So they went over there to be the guinea pigs for the US of A. Mm-hmm. And now 2 years later that she changed her eyes to blue, she says that she is having health issues and sight issues because of it and is going to go blind.
So this extreme plastic surgery we're getting just for cost, like just for stupid reasons, for insecurities and stuff like that. It
has to be insecurities. Like
it definitely is. Like I would not go and let you play in my motherfucking eyes all because I don't like what my eye color is. That's so stupid. Bitch, wear contacts if it's that serious.
Right. Even then, it's like, yeah, I can lose a titty.
Right.
And it's gonna suck, and okay, like we can get it reconstructed, or I might just not have a titty. There's plenty of people that are born with no titties. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's flat chested. But if losing my eyesight,
that's dangerous. But it's the same thing about people bleaching their skin and all this other stuff. It's just like, and it's for European features as well.
But bleaching your skin, what's the worst that can happen? You look stupid, like Sammy Sosa. Looks dumb as hell.
Like skin diseases or something like that for bleaching your skin?
You can develop a disease and maybe you can give you some medication, some antibiotic, but you're losing your eyesight. You just lost one of your five. How many senses we got? Five,
yeah.
Because I've been thinking about the movie The Sixth Sense.
Yeah,
and I've been thinking about...
Sixth Sense was him talking to ghosts.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. We have five senses. You're about to lose a whole... I can't say you need one more than the other. You need all five senses, or it's better to have them. So you're gonna lose your eyesight for some blue eyes?
I've had this. Somebody actually brought it up a couple of weeks ago, talking about they wanted to change their eye color and stuff. And another friend of mine was like, "That is so stupid." But she was insecure about how she looked and everything like that. She wanted to be light skinned and that whole island mentality. But I just want you guys to just be happy for what you got. You're going through so many extremes to change who you are just to fit into society's norm and what they think beauty is. You're beautiful the way you are. You don't need to go and do these extreme surgeries.
No, not at all. And now they're trying to remove those implants, and they don't know if they can remove one or both, or if they will. And if they do get to remove them, she's definitely going to have permanent eye vision problems. That's just... If you're uncomfortable with who you are, take a quick look inside. I got an awesome wheel chart from my therapist this morning because she's telling me to get in touch. Who is jet skiing at 60 freaking degrees outside?
Oh, that's what that is. I thought that was a lawnmower.
No, that's at the lake. Them jet skiing.
Oh, child,
And they have to put the water in and get the.
You can't jet ski in my lake. You're gonna have to have an unmotorized boat, and only two can go out at the same time.
I have a the public ramp is behind my house.
I know you. Yeah, I saw. I actually made a wrong turn and went back there.
Oh,
I was
yeah, no.
I'm gonna sell Carla house one day.
No, this house will never get sold. We might rent it, but it will never be sold.
Gold mine.
Yeah, really, really, I love this house. Anyways, let's get into a little bit of unsolicited advice. We have 3 of them, and I think are really good for us to give you 3 letters. One resonated with me, one with Anthony, and the other one I think is just good for us to talk about, period. So I'll read yours. It says, I'm 23, a recent college graduate. I've been eagerly trying to find my purpose, but I'm not sure how to do that. I've been praying and seeking God because I want to know what I've been called to do. I'm currently working for a nonprofit, 4 hours of commuting each day, and I 100% hate my job, but I need the money. I want to quit, but I feel like I can't. What should I do?
So
she's 23.
She's 23. Right. I went through that at 24, 25 years old. And I told Carla, it's like when she read it, it kind of spoke to me because I just remember being in a job where I was in medical sales and I really hated.
Oh, the drug selling.
Yeah. And I hated it was a lot of kiss ass and all this other stuff. It just didn't fulfill me.
But you like sales.
I like sales, and I discovered that I was good at sales by doing other jobs, right?
Okay.
So I like sales, but I didn't believe in what I was selling, especially for the price. It's a lot of stuff on the back end with these drug companies that y'all don't see. And instead of helping people, it's all for profits. And that's basically what I was, that seems like my life was about, was all about a profit. It wasn't about any type of sincere work. So at 23, 24, I told my friends at 25, I told them I went through like this midlife crisis where everything I planned that was, I thought I should be at 25, I wasn't. And the path I had for my life, I was not on there. And I just like quit everything and just started new. Like I had to go back to the drawing board and figure out what makes me me. It's like,
so Anthony, what I did at 30, you did at 25.
I did at 25. I was like, okay, Anthony, what is that you like? Well, you're good at selling. You're a good people person. You love people. You love helping people, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so what ties into that? Go back into when you were young. What did you want to do? And real estate popped up. And I was like, you know what? I wanted to do real estate. And it just so happened I was able to align my job to my personality because at 23, 25, I knew exactly, I knew who I was as a person.
That's really good. That's young right. To know who you are.
Yeah, I also dated a lot of older people too. So
she doesn't know who she is.
So and it takes time. It's gonna blossom, and when it blossoms, just like it happened to you, Carla, right. at 30 years old, it was like, okay, so just get to know yourself more, travel a little bit more, read some books.
I say take that 4-hour commute and listen to podcasts about every and anything. I think podcasting is the best thing ever.
Right.
And it's not because I'm in it, because there's so many, and I send people to different podcasts all the time. You can literally Google in the iTunes app or maybe Spotify. I know for me it's iTunes because I have an iPhone, but you can do the SoundCloud, you can do the Spotify or Stitcher, which is has a lot of podcasts, and something that you might be interested in, and listen to an hour of it. You have 4 hours where you can listen to different people doing what they do, or Audible.
Right.
Go on audiobooks and listen to different audiobooks and see which one resonates with you.
Right.
And you're like, oh, maybe I want to try this, and try it.
I always tell people to take personality assessments. I'm a big personality assessment person. So figure out what makes you tick and look at those traits that you have and match them with different jobs that actually go well with your traits, and discover and see if there's something that is in your wheelhouse or something that you have interest in, and just go from there. So
that's good advice. I think you guys, and if you're going through that at 30 something, it's the same thing, I believe. The
different personality assessments that I know off the top of my head is the Myers-Briggs. You can take that one. It'll let you know. Yeah.
I'm gonna link it so you guys can actually do them.
And also the DISC profile too. It breaks down your personality and tells you.
I'm going to ask you for those links so I can put them. They're free?
Yeah, they're definitely free.
Perfect. So the next letter says, where do I go from here? I'm 32, a graduate with my bachelor's in communications and journalism. I'm experienced with photography, but I have almost no experience with reporting or writing stories. My dream and desires are to become a news anchor, and I gradually move on to investigative journalism. I'm a poet, but would like to expand my writing skills, but it seems it is hard to find a job in this field with no previous jobs in writing or journalism. I have faith, but now in my 30s, I feel like I need to get on the ball. I've been writing and have I've been writing and have a blog, but I feel like it's not getting enough exposure. What should be my next steps going forward?
This is perfect for Carla.
When I saw this, I was like, girl, have you not been listening to everything that I'm saying every single day?
Right.
And do you not know who Gary Vee is? Because you need to be listening to him. So I'll first start off, you need to be listening to Gary Vee every single day. Second, you're 32. You're still young. And the first thing that stuck out to me, she was like, my dream is and desires. She has her dreams.
Yeah.
She has, you know it.
Yeah.
That's the biggest part. So the 23-year-old is trying to find herself and you, that's first thing. But once you know it,
Yeah.
that fire's lit under your ass. Yeah. You have a blog, but it's not gaining exposure. Why? Are you posting content on there every single day? Are you writing every single day? Because when I found that my dream was this podcast, I listened back to my first couple of episodes and I cringed. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck? You were terrible. The audio wasn't as good. This wasn't as good. And I'm still learning and I'm still not, I can do so much better, you know?
Right.
And I'm going to get so much better, but you need to be writing every day. You need to find out stuff and investigate it yourself. You know, put out content. If you're putting content out there every single day, twice a week, 3 times a week, however much you're allowed to with whatever job you have right now, someone eventually is going to find it. And I'm not saying the most famous person will find it, but someone locally is going to find it. You're going to go with other bloggers. There's blogger meetups everywhere, which is how I started. I was with bloggers. So meet other bloggers, meet other journalists, find a news anchor that is local and get to meet them. How? Be a fucking stalker. Go on their social media. See the next time they have a public event.
Now, this is all something that Carla does actively every day.
Like,
Trust me.
I'm
We
doing
talk about,
this.
she does this. So she's giving you great advice. Go ahead.
I have people, I can't wait until I get back from Miami and tell the story of how, if it comes through on Friday, how I did it with him. Like how I have met people. This is what I did with Charlemagne. I wanted to meet him. I wanted to pick his brain. I wanted to get his number. And he posted he was going to be in Atlanta. I booked a flight. I left and I met him. And maybe you have to do this with different people. And if it's someone local news anchors, they're not celebrities.
Yeah.
They're local celebrities. So you find them and you shoot your shot.
Yep.
And if there's another news anchor that you admire or whatever, like their pictures, DM them. What's the worst that can happen? They read it, they don't respond, or they say thank you, or out of 10 that you DM, 1 might answer.
Right.
So keep working on it. Keep doing what you have to do, and it's going to come.
Yeah.
If it's your dream and if it's your passion, if you're not doing it because it's someone else's dream, if that really is your dream and that's your passion, that's your desire, it's going to come.
Let that be your motivation. I have nothing to add to that. That is perfect. You
one.
hit it.
I've done
Out the
so
park.
Some of the consultations that I've been doing, I've already done. I've been doing them, and one of the biggest things I get is like, I just don't know what to do. Google.
Yeah.
GOOGLE.com. You will literally write on there different topics for a blog.
Right.
Something will come up.
Right.
You can write, I have a brain fart. I can't think what to write today. Somebody in this world wrote about having a brain fart and how they got out of it and what they actually wrote about. And it could have been somebody in 2013. Take their idea from 2013 and remix it to your own.
I tell people come to me all the time and say, oh, real estate is my passion. I want to get into it. What should I do? Well, if it's your passion, you're going to figure out what to do. You and I would not be having this conversation because when it was mine, I researched my fucking ass off. I studied what it meant to be a realtor. How do I become a realtor? What do I do when I am a realtor? I did things. I had to learn up under people. I had to eat crow and everything, but it was my passion. It was something
It doesn't matter.
If I can do it for free, I would.
Right.
So that's how passionate and how much in love I was with it. So yeah, man, just let your passion feed you. Just don't take you just got to keep going. You got to keep going.
Right. Don't get this. There's going to be discouraging moments, but honestly, just keep meeting people and be mixy as fuck.
Right.
Like be in everything, whatever, when there's a blogger meetup, when there's your news anchors or investigative journalists, like you say, are out in an event, show up. If it's a free event, if it's $10, pay that $10.
Right.
That $10 might make you 100 or 100,000 one day.
Yeah.
So just invest wisely and don't believe what everybody tells you because there's bloggers everywhere. But check their credentials and just find some that you like and just meet up with them. That's all I got to tell you because honestly, Google.
Perfect.
Just Google. So this last one. One more, and we're almost. I need a drink. I just feel like I want a drink.
I told her, she was like, "Oh, you want a drink?" I'm like, "Girl, it's in the morning. Like, what the hell?"
That's okay. This one says, "I've been dating this guy for 2 months. No sex, but I'm really feeling him. He's a handsome, sweet, intelligent, got a lot going for him, and we have so much fun together. Last night, he told me he needed to talk to me, so he came over to my apartment. He revealed that he's bisexual. I'm not going to lie. I told myself I was going to end it. I've heard so much about quote unquote bisexual man. But he further told me that he does not sleep around when it comes to men and he only slept with 3 men in his life. He said that he really likes me and wants me to be his girl, but I don't know how I feel about this. I respect his honesty, but there's so much to think about. And I know for one, if we have sex, we have to go get tested. That goes for straight men as well. Out of all the men I dated, he would be the last I would say is gay. So it completely shocked me. Would you date a bisexual man? And do you know if men would date a bisexual? Yeah, date men. That's a stupid question that she asked. And would men date bisexual women? They do it all the time.
Yeah.
But the stigma is with men.
We're going to have 2 different perspectives, and so go ahead. You're going to be so interested. Tell me,
okay,
you date a bisexual guy. How do you feel about it?
I have never been presented with dating a bisexual man, but ask me a year ago maybe, and I would have been like, hell no. Mm-hmm. I'm not dating a bisexual man. Mm-hmm. For the reason that he's gay. In my head, I'm like, he's gay. Mm-hmm. Today, I would say I wouldn't date him because now I'm dealing with the fact that he might cheat on me with a man or a woman. The chances are higher as fuck. I already got a problem with thinking about I'm going to get cheated with some other bitch. Now I got to get worried about getting cheated on with a woman and a man.
You know, cheating is a trait. It doesn't matter
Correct.
if you're gay, straight, or bisexual.
I do know that. Okay. But it's my insecurity.
Okay.
I'd be like, they're going to cheat on
me. Most of you women do have that insecurity.
Yes, that I'm going to get cheated on. It's because niggas ain't shit.
Yeah, and you can't compete with a man. So if he cheats on
you, we can't. Like, I'm not going to give nobody my booty.
Go ahead.
I don't
agree with this, by the way, but go ahead.
So if he likes the booty, one day he might be like, we're getting older or whatever. Now we're in a relationship. We got married and we're now 55. And he is getting this urge for the booty. And he's going to ask me for my booty. And I'm not going to give him my booty.
You think about, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's already bisexual. He's been with 3 men. So he know what the booty feel like. So he liked the booty. What if he gets this urge to be with a man and he's like, I'm not going to cheat. I'm a faithful man. I've never cheated. Baby, give me that booty. And I don't want to give him my booty. So this is the only reason why I wouldn't date him. But I think that if she doesn't have the same insecurity that I have about getting cheated on, which I'm dealing with in therapy, quite expensive to deal with all this, but I'm dealing with it. Right, maybe ask me again another year, see how good this therapist has been. I think she should be open to it. She says that they have fun together, that they have a good time. He's a good person. I say try it. I don't know if I would be able to date a bisexual man. I don't think I would be able to. Just, I would picture him bent over.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to stop you right there. Gay sex does not all have to do with a man fucking another man in the booty. Maybe he likes getting fucked in the booty. Like your friend from Horrible Decisions like fucking like guys in the booty. Yeah,
she does.
A lot of straight men like their, because the prostate is, so it can be anything.
I wish my man asked me to put a fucking strap on in his booty. I'm not that open-minded.
I doubt that he would do that, but the higher your education, the more freaky you are. So those are facts. Those are really statistics. What? Yes, the higher your education, the more freaky, the more willing you are to try things because you are at this mental level where you're able to experiment and want to test the boundaries.
I don't want to put a strap on and put it in nobody's butt.
I don't want to put a strap on and I don't want nobody to put a strap on and put it in my booty either. That's not my thing. I don't need that. So I understand that. Yeah. But it's a lot of people that are that do freakier things. Yeah. Like
they do, and that's perfectly fine. And that's fine. Like he's freaky. If he likes what men and women, that's another man of being freaky.
Right. So I'm gonna tell you guys this. I think I still stand by this. I won't date a bisexual guy. And just growing up as a teenager,
you won't date a bisexual?
No, I won't date a bisexual guy. Hell no. For the opposite, for the same reasons you have for, and this is the ignorant part of me, because I'm gonna tell you now why I've evolved my mindset. But I used to think like, listen, dating a bisexual guy, being gay, it's always the gay guy that's the DL or the side chick, right? We can't, if I go to the movies with you and you're bisexual, I have to have a seat between you and I. Or you're bisexual and you'll come to me and be like, okay, well,
that sounds more like a nigga on the low.
Well, most bisexual guys usually are on the low because women don't accept bisexuality. They automatically assume that he's down low or he's gay fully. He's not bisexual. So that's why a lot of bisexual guys are gay. So anyway, I had to change my mindset because what I'm doing is exactly what black women do. What women do, period, is continue to reinforce this whole DL brother mentality that you don't accept people for who they are. nobody can come and tell me I'm straight. Right?
Right.
No one can come tell me that I'm bisexual, and no one can come tell me I'm gay. I know what I am. I'm gay. So how am I going to tell someone you're not bisexual, you're gay, or you're not straight? I'm not.
So
I'm
why
not gonna do that.
now you don't want to date him?
So why I still want to? Because I just feel like bisexual guys just have a lot of issues that I just don't want to deal with. I don't want you.
Because they're not fully gay, they're not fully straight, so they're having more mental issues or society issues.
I would date them, and okay, it depends on the scenario, because my ex that I was with, he was married and all this other stuff before I met him. He was divorced and had a child. I didn't date him because automatically I assumed he was bisexual, and based off of my whole views and opinions of that and my values, that's not something I don't cross. I had a conversation with my mom and told me to grow the fuck up. She did. She told me to grow the fuck up. You're going to meet people that have lived lives before you and all this other stuff. He was much older than I was. Right. So give him a chance. And it just so happened he just understood that he is not straight. He's gay. So it's not going back and forth with women. Even in a relationship, in the beginning of our relationship, I felt insecurities with him and his ex-wife dealing with each other. I was like, okay, because you used to fuck her. Like, you know, she's a girl. She doesn't have what I have. Right. So what, like, are you going to go back? And that trust issue had to come into play.
So hard.
And it was the opposite, because you think straight women think it's the same thing. Cisgender women. I'm going to start using that terminology.
What does that mean, cisgendered women?
So it basically means that you are a born female that identify as female, and you live your life as a heterosexual female sleeping with men. That basically means that. Cisgender female. Okay?
I thought I was just a fucking female.
So, and it's so funny because I'm from the old school, and I just call straight people, I'll call you straight, gay, but I met a transsexual.
Is this new? Is this whole cis thing new?
It's a terminology that has always been used, but it started now in pop culture. It started to come up a lot, and you know people.
So why can't I just be a heterosexual female?
I met a transsexual lesbian female at one of my parties. Give you a story. She came in. She looks like Bruce Jenner. I'm just gonna give you. That's exactly what she stood out like a sore thumb.
But she's
transitioning to a woman. She's a man transitioning to a woman. However, she's married. She's been married for 20 years, and she has 2 kids to a woman. And she has 2 kids. Okay, she considers herself a lesbian woman. Okay, so so this is why you have to use.
So she's not a lesbian trans woman.
No, she's a lesbian woman. I don't know. I'm not trans. It's so right? so difficult.
Like, wouldn't you just be a lesbian trans woman?
You don't want to, like, because I didn't want to
hurt their
offend her and stuff like that. Because
I asked. Have to be politically correct.
She had to educate me and was like, no. I asked her, I was like, so, do you want to be with a man? She was like, no, I don't want to be with anyone but my wife. But no, I'm not cutting off my my genitals, because I still use it when I'm having sex. I just consider myself a lesbian. In her mind, she's a woman. Okay.
Oh, and she's not gonna cut a dick off?
No.
So that's not a trans woman, right?
But she's transitioning because she's still taking hormones. I don't know, Carla. It's
so
just
if she's taking hormones, her dick gonna stop working.
I don't know. Does it? No, I don't.
You're taking all this estrogen.
Well, I don't know what they do in the bedroom. She just says she is not cutting off her penis. Maybe it's too much for her to cut off her penis for her wife. Maybe her wife still wants the penis there. I don't even know how they have sex, to be honest with you. I don't know how that works. Because I'm not a lesbian. Yes.
Will they come on the podcast?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why I don't fuck with her ass. Okay, because this bitch was supposed to buy a house for me, and what ended up happening? So
she bought from somebody else.
No. She did not. So she came to me, and I sat down with her, and her credit was a little rocky, right? So I sat down with her and helped her get.
We're talking about her shit.
I was gonna call her any motherfucking way. So this is why.
Damn, we can't get the content from this bitch.
So this
bitch content.
No, let me tell you what the bitch did.
This is great content.
No, fuck that. And you lucky
you
I don't. I can't say what I called this bitch on air. So that's how pissed off I am.
Damn.
So I sat down with her, got her on the track. Her credit was not that bad. It was just like she needed to take care of a couple of things.
Just because of the bank situation.
Yeah. So she took care of that thing. Then she came to me and was like, "Oh, Anthony, I need to move ASAP. Like my whole, my lease is up. We need to move ASAP." But she didn't have any money to put down, right? So I'm sitting here brainstorming with her, and she did not want her wife to know that she is working with me, because for when I'm gay, and she didn't want her wife to think that she was doing gay things, right? And she didn't want her wife to know how she and I met, because she came to one of my parties. She wasn't supposed to be at that party, Okay.
Okay.
So
She could say she met you through.
Right. I didn't care how the fuck the girl told how she met, bitch. As long as we closing this fucking house, I don't care. I don't care because there ain't nothing going on but money to me. I don't care.
Right.
So she called me and was like, "Oh, Anthony, I went to this new construction community and stuff like that, and they said they can give me a loan. I'm actually going to borrow the down payment from a friend." Great. Did you sign anything? No, I didn't sign anything whatsoever. Did you tell them you work with the realtor? Yeah, we haven't. I'm actually signing the paperwork now. I would like for you to come up. And I was like, okay, cool. So this happens all the time in real estate, by the way. People don't know that you can have a realtor represent you when you go to new constructions. Okay. So I told her that during our consultation. So anyway, drove way out to Groveland. Now, you know, Groveland is like almost 45 minutes, an hour away because it was traffic when I went there. I got there and she was sitting there getting ready to sign the documents and stuff. So I'm looking over the documents, making sure her interest rates and stuff is right. She's like using my knowledge basically. So I asked her for the contract because I see what part they were in the process that she must have signed a contract. So she was like, I said, did you sign the contract? No, I didn't sign anything. Well, show me what did they give you. So she showed me she signed the fucking purchase agreement. And guess what she checked if they asked her if she had a realtor? No. So I was like, bitch, why did you check this? It's like, oh, well, I thought it was going to affect my loan if I told them I had a realtor or not. No, bitch, you just, and then I asked her, the wife was like, no, to be honest with you, I didn't know anything about you until you just pulled up. So that bitch decided that she wanted to be so DL and stuff like that. She didn't want to tell her wife that she was using my fucking knowledge and expertise to get her to that point where she was able to sign a contract on the house.
She gypped you out of like 3%.
Out of 3% of $300,000, bitch. That's right.
How much is that? I can't
so that's like 9,000 something like that. So anyway, pissed because I've been working with her and everything like that, answering her phone calls and all this stuff. So this is why I'm not calling this bitch. I don't follow her ass on social media, but I didn't unfriend her just in case she need to sell that motherfucking house. I'm not dumb. Damn. So, but yeah.
That should not. We can cut all this out if you want and still give me the information. I don't ever have to air this story.
And she's a geek. We'll talk about it.
Okay, I'm releasing this on Friday, so take a good thought into this. Maybe if you change your mind by Friday,
we'll talk about it.
You can find me in the. Can you find me in the trans?
I can find you many trans people. Yeah, it just.
I would like someone with an interesting story though, like that. Like, why wouldn't they cut off stuff like that?
Yeah. It's a lot that goes into it because she also understood when she and I was talking. She was like, I understand what black people go through because now how I'm looked at. I've been living my life as a white male. She's a white male.
Oh.
I've been living my life as a white male for 45 years, and now that I'm deciding to transition, the way people treat me. Oh,
this is like a Caitlyn Jenner.
It's a Caitlyn. That's why I said Caitlyn Jenner to the T. Like her oldest son is like 22 years old.
Wow.
So for me to sit there, it was so awkward. I'm like, this is so different.
I haven't had damn white person on the show, but I would bring that white person.
And I think she would be a cool white person because she understood white privilege when she transitioned.
We might have to cut this part off.
Well, we'll see.
Okay, we'll talk about it.
We'll see.
Well, she know you mad?
Bitch. She knows I'm mad, bitch.
Oh,
of course she knows I'm mad,
okay.
bitch. I would let the bitch know I'm still motherfucking mad about $9,000. You be mad too.
Listen, bitch.
I'm getting mad.
I've been mad about $500 before. I think, fuck, $9,000, I might kill you.
Listen, don't do that to a realtor, by the way, guys. You know, we only work when you guys close on a home from start to finish. A lot of stuff that we do, we use our own resource, our time, our energy, our money, our gas. Time with our family and friends to come make sure that you're able to realize.
Y'all be working on like the most random fucking days.
Right. I can't go to Art Basel this weekend because I have to sit here and show houses. But that's my job. That's my passion. But when shit like that happens, pisses me off.
Anyways, this is the end of the show. You guys know how to find Anthony, but tell them one more time.
Oh, so my Instagram is Tony_the realtor. I'm sorry, _. Okay, let me start over. Tony_the_realtor
you have to
on Instagram. I do have
Who's
to
Tony
change
the realtor without the? Is there a Tony the realtor?
I think it was a Tony the realtor like on that. That's why I had to change it. I'm gonna check.
Maybe you can do Tony the THEE realtor.
That's so ghetto.
Oh, I'm sorry.
THEE. No, I'm
not
gonna do that. And then Anthony Bertram on Facebook and BertramEstates.com to sign up if you're looking to purchase or sell a home anywhere. You can use my website and we can communicate through there.
Yes. And then you guys already know to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast on iTunes Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, SoundCloud, wherever you listen to your podcast. Share with your friends your favorite episodes. That way they will listen to all the episodes for me. So share. And don't forget to go to calendly.com/Carla Wilmaris if you want consultations for a podcast. If you already have one, if you're getting one started, if you have an idea and you want someone to bounce ideas with, hit me up on there. It's also on my bio and my Instagram and the podcast Instagram. I have to just click on it and it says podcast consultation. It'll take you straight through. You book one, pay for it, and I will send you an email with all the information. So I'll see you guys on Tuesday because this was a bonus episode. Thank you for coming on, Anthony.
Bye. Thank you so much for having me, girl. I'm ready. Like I'm saying, bye and everything.
Are you grabbing these M&Ms?
Yeah, I'm about to grab these. I couldn't wait for you to get off air so I can go ahead and tell these fucking M&Ms. After I just dragged your ass on air by eating these M&Ms.
I see you. You eyeing this
I couldn't
bag.
wait. I said, wait till she say bye. I'm a tear this bag up.
I can't. Well, you're out it now.
Always a pleasure being here. I really enjoy it.
I love it. He's our resident guest.
Yes. Bye, y'all.